What's up, guys? Scarm770 here with another video. Wait, why did I say Scarm7780? That's crazy. That's my old. That's my old YouTube channel back. I'm gonna keep that in. I was gonna maybe restart the video, but yeah, Scarm. That's used to be my name, Scarm7780. But it's Scarm. I mean, it's still whatever, bro. It doesn't matter. Here with another video on, as you can see on your screen, Paldean Fates, and how this is a tricky set to navigate in the investment world. First of all, again, like, comment, subscribe for more Pokemon investing content and advice. Before we get into like why I think this is a tricky set, because you don't know whether to invest into it or not, let's get into the set value. The set value is basically 3,300. You have the Bubble Mew, the Charizard, Gardevoir, beautiful baby shinies. I think these are just amazing cards. Now, it's like, yes, guys, I do have a Bubble Mew and one of these Charizards. So just to prove to you that I am not a perma investor shill, I do open packs. I like Pokemon. I love Pokemon, and these are two of my favorite cards in the whole TCG right now. These things are insane. Like, this Bubble Mew is beautiful, bro. Like, look at that. Come on, you gonna tell me it's not a beautiful card? Anyway, guys, all I'm saying is, or what I'm trying to say is, the reason why I believe that Paldean Fates is one of the best specialty sets or just sets in the Scarlet and Violet era is because of these cards. But at the same time, it's the trickiest set in the Scarlet and Violet era. If you're buying things at market, again, I'm not trying to show you or FOMO you into the set or any set. I don't know the reprint, how this, honestly, the reprint of this is also very tricky. That's why I'm saying this set's very tricky right now. But I wanted to talk about it mostly because I think this set is like a great set if you have it. If you bought Paldea Fates at MSRP, back the beautiful time of Pokemon when everything was MSRP or below, then I think that's where you're obviously up. That's an insane investment. Congratulations. I wish, my only investment with Paldean Fates is two Pokemon Center ETBs. Technically three, but one of them is on my display over there. So I'm never going to sell that because it's my Pokemon Center Scarlet and Violet era collection. So only two. That's literally my only investment, which obviously sucks and I regret it. But if I had to be honest with you, it's this set's tricky because I wouldn't, even though it's an amazing set and I love the cards in there, the Bubble Mew again and the Charizard, I can't honestly recommend this set as an investment, like to buy in at these prices, unless it hits MSRP again and crashes, or you're finding some sort of insane deal. I can't justify like being, hey, you should buy this set for three reasons: being 151, Prismatic, Black Bolt, and White Flare exist. That's why. Because let's say, an ATB of this, what is that, 175? Has it actually been selling for that? Yeah, 170. Let's say 175, 160. If you're gonna buy this ETB for 160, you might as well buy a Crown Zenith ETB. Like, that's literally still the same price. If you're gonna buy this set for a 160 for a ETB for 160, you might as well buy like basically two prismatic ETBs at that point. If you're gonna buy this ETB at 160, you might as well buy a 151 ETB at that point. I'm saying, that's why I'm saying, and at that point, I don't know the price of Black Bolt and White Flare, but maybe Black Bolt and White Flare end up being 100 ETB a piece at market. Again, we're just talking about market. I'm not trying to FOMO you and show you and tell you to buy that, but I'm saying if you're buying market, let's say you are, oh, Scar, I got $1,000, I want to invest into Pokemon, I don't care that I'm paying market. What do you think is the best move? If if you're just gonna throw it into market pricing, that's the problem with this set, guys. And that's why I mean this is an amazing set if you already have it. But if you don't have it, I don't think you put your money in it personally. Because again, there's just like literally four better sets in my opinion. Like, which again is, 151 Prismatic, Black Boy, White Flare, and Crown Zenith, which are literally all around the same price or lower. Which is why it puts the set in a tricky position, where it's like if you have the set, it's insane. Keep it, and obviously, hold long term. It's gonna be, which is what gonna be an insane set for the future. This goes back to what I was talking about yesterday, how about having small hitters and heavy hitters. I think this is one of those medium hitters where it's like this might end up being a $250 to $300 ATB in the future. And again, if you have it now, then obviously congratulations, keep them. If you don't, and there's no reprint, this is not the set you buy. You're gonna want to buy Prismatic, 151, um, Black Bolt White Flare, and Crown Zenith. Like right now, if you're dropping money in the market, which is why I guess my whole point of this video is to tell you that this is an amazing set, yes, but do not dump money in this set because again, like I said, the problem with the set is it just has so many other competitors that it just makes it hard to justify the price tag when you know like a prismatic ETB, it's literally less than this right now. Prismatic to be printed even more, so it might even drop lower than it is now. But this has no guarantee of being reprinted. So like you might as well save this money for prismatic ETBs because you know prismatic ETBs are going to be worth more than Paldean ETBs in the future. Like it doesn't take a genius, it's guaranteed. So it just really shows you the fact that you can't always you have to use logic in this hobby, guys. Like, and that's what I mean. Like you want to go ahead and like look yeah, you want to look at Pokemon sets, and don't get me wrong, I literally said I think anything with Pokemon is a win. Any like set, literally anything, even the worst set of all time is a win. It's gonna go up in value just because of the way Pokemon works. But you obviously want to get more bang for your buck when it comes to Pokemon investing, and that's why I'm saying you have to navigate this market, like not being influenced by FOMO or being shield. You have to navigate this market smartly because there's a lot of opportunity, but also a lot of like ways for you to be trapped in more, in different things where it's like, well, if I'm gonna buy a Paldean Fate TB for let's say again 175, basically, you might as well throw in the extra like 35-40 bucks for a Pokemon 151 ATB. Like, and let's say like, oh well, Scarm, I don't have the 220, 225, then don't buy it. Just hold off to make another 40 bucks. Like, that's what I say. This is in a tricky position, and this is why one of these sets was like, if you got in early, insane. If you're not in now, don't bother. The only thing that I would bother with this set is Pokemon Center ETBs. But that's a given because if you do anything on any set, you honestly pretty much want Pokemon Center ETBs except for core sets that have booster boxes. For any specialty set, it's Pokemon Center ETBs are king. And for this set, like the only thing I would invest in, like if you're gonna drop money, it might as well be Paldean Fate's Pokemon Center ETBs because that's it. Those are gonna hold insane value. And like I said, besides that, there's no reason to drop any amount of money on this set unless you believe in it more than Prismatic, 151, Black Bolt, White Flare, Crown Zenith, which I wouldn't and I don't. But again, everyone has their own opinion. I'm just here to give you my opinion, my advice, and it just shows you again, guys. Take the time to look at Pokemon sets. When you're studying the market, to really look at the money at the price tag that you're paying. Just look at the other things you can buy, study the market, be like, okay, you know what? It's like right now, like why would you buy a market price Scarlet and Violet base set booster box instead of just paying the extra like 20-30 bucks for a Twilight Masquerade booster box? Again, this is guys, if you're buying at market. If you're buying at market, if reprints happen for this and this drops back down to 50 bucks and all bets are off and you just go back in. But again, we're just talking about this world where you're buying things at market. You have $1,000. You're gonna drop. Like, there'd be no reason to buy this set, and that's why I'm talking about it. Again, guys. You want to study the market in its entirety and not just be like told one video to the other. Hey, Paldean Fate's going insane. Get in now. When it's like, well, we're actually at 40 bucks. I could have got us a 151 ETBs for an extra 40 $40 I could have gotten two prismatic ETBs for the same amount of price. I got a Crown Zenith ETB for probably when Black Boy and White Flare release, it'll be like $100 a piece. For an extra 40 bucks, I could have gotten two Black Boy and White Flare ETBs. Like, that's the kind of stuff you gotta be thinking about in anything, guys. Not just Pokemon investing, but just literally anything in life, guys. You guys need to realize. Do not get shield or FOMO or anything, not just in Pokemon, anything in life. Do not get influenced, guys. Social media like just wants you to believe it's agenda, guys. That's what people are talking about, like with these YouTubers that talk about each other and things like that. This guy talks about this guy, bad advice, whatever. Guys, there's no such thing as bad advice in Pokemon investing. Like, the only bad advice in Pokemon investing is to spend more money than you have on Pokemon investing. I told guys, I'm not gonna lie to you. Like I said, I literally made this video saying not to FOMO, but I don't care, and I think it's still a great freaking idea if you buy a prismatic ATB at $100. Like, I don't care, guys. Even if it drops to $50, personally, I wouldn't care. But Do not let people shield you into being like, hey, dude, you should buy them now because they're not gonna go down. That's a lie. They're gonna go down, and if they don't, then you just missed it. But there's not about. I'm not here for the little guy. I'm not here for the big guy. I'm just here to give you my opinions. There's no way you should ever jeopardize your life for Pokemon, which is why my opinion is just like it doesn't matter to me. Like if you buy a market or you don't buy a market, that's up to you. Just don't jeopardize your life. That's all I have here for you today, guys. Like, again, study the market. If you're gonna buy Paldean ATTBs, don't. If you're in now already because you bought them at MSRP, congratulations. If you're not in yet, unless it's a reprint, do not buy this. Buy something else. Prismatic, 151, Black Bull, White Flare, Crown Zenith. That's all I have for you guys today. If you have any advice, any comments, leave them down here below. Again, like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell for the notification gang. And again, guys, at 100 subscribers, we're gonna have a big giveaway. Take care, guys.